welcome back to the channel. So in one of my videos that I released earlier this week talking about the top 5 reprints from every set from the 25th anniversary tins, there was a comment on there that caught my eye. Well, there was 2 comments that caught my eye, but there's one of them that said that I should do a video talking like similar to the video that I did about the 25th anniversary tins, but about the 20th anniversary rarity collection when we got some more info. And I 100% want to do a video kind of like, doing a video when it's way more closer, so we know kind of like the idea of the stuff like we're gonna get. But I've kind of decided to go ahead and take it to the next level and do a wish list. So these are the cards that I hope are in there. There's gonna be some that are very much gonna be a stretch, but at the same time it'll be really cool to see it in there. So I want to do a shout out to Sean Preston 7226. Thank you very much for your comment. I really appreciate the comments you guys leave me on my videos. So yeah, like I said, if you guys leave some comments, you have questions, video requests, I'm totally down to do them. Like I said, I like the comments, love the engagement. So like I said, let's go ahead and get into this stuff like we do. Please feel free to like and subscribe. If not, it is all cool. Let's go ahead and get into it. So the 25th anniversary rarity collection is going to come out for the store date. It'll be on the 1st of November. Everywhere else it'll be on the 3rd. And like I said, there's already a lot of videos, so I'm not gonna go over everything. I'm not gonna sit there and explain everything that's going on, but I do want to focus on these right here. We're essentially going to get some like a whole bunch of different rarities, new rarities of cards like Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, Nibiru, Effect Baylor, Impermanence, Baron de Fleur, Bordeaux Savage Dragon, Egyptian God Slime, Pot of Prosperity, Triple Texas Talons, and Forbidden Droplet. So just with that kind of like information, I kind of see what they're trying to do here. They're essentially, I feel like this is going to be a dual Devastator 2.0 with RNG and more shiny stuff. So essentially instead of giving us like a box, instead of giving us a box that's just filled with everything we need to play in the meta, they're giving us a set, that gives us everything we need to play for the meta, with a chance to get a lot of cool cards that you need, and a whole bunch of different rarities. So it's all like you don't always, this is kind of something that I really wish they would implement in the core sets, to where it's like you could get like the Starlight, then it has a secret, and there's a chance that that secret rare could be printed maybe in super, to where even if it's short print, it would still be cool to have the ability to have those cards in those 3 rarities to start, instead of just only secret and only Starlight. So this is something that I maybe hope this idea they would kind of bring to the core sets. But with that being said, I've kind of chosen 5 cards that I kind of put on my wish list that I kind of hope they incorporate into the set, because the way it's, one of the things I want to emphasize is the way it's looking. It isn't like there's, the only theme here is just good cards that are used in the meta. Like there isn't oh, we're only putting this type, or this type, or we're gonna only cards that are used to draw, or only cards that would interrupt. No, you got things from Pot of Prosperity, Talents, and Droplets, all the way to hand traps like Nib and Ash Blossom. And then you got Savage Dragon, you got Barone, so you got board, you got negators, you're probably gonna have board breakers. So there's a lot of stuff. So this right here is the 5 cards that kind of on my wish list for this set. And then so right here, starting at number 5, we are going for starting with Ultimate Slayer. There was also another comment that caught my eye talking about hope that they put some Power of the Elements cards in there, and it is possible. They're probably gonna want to put some like sprite stuff, kind of obvious things. But this right here is something that actually I think might miss the tins. I'm actually might do another video earlier about 5 cards I think might miss the tins, so look out for that video. But this is probably going to be the first card in there too. So Ultimate Slayer is a card that I see them potentially missing, because I think that the TCG wants this card to kind of have its time. So I kind of feel like maybe it's potentially going to miss the tins. But if it did get reprinted, I would like it to be in the rarity collection. I would love to see this this art in a whole bunch of different rarities. This card's really good. It just hasn't had its format to shine. Kind of similar, there's a lot of other cards that kind of haven't had its format to shine, but they're still really good. This right here is similar to Forbidden Droplets, to where it does have its uses, but it hasn't had that perfect format. Also, just like Crossout Designator, to where it has its uses, but it hasn't had that perfect format. That format is coming, and this would be a cool card to see on there. Number 4 is Gamma Seal. You can see right here, the ultra rares are $8, rares are freaking 5 to 7, supers are 8. This card is up all the way across the board. There is no budget copies of this card, and it's like seeing as kind of seeing as they're going to put like hand traps. I don't see why they wouldn't want to put some more board breaker type cards, because you do have forbidden droplets, and then tactics kind of does help you board break a little bit. But I could really kind of see them saying like, okay, like everyone's using Gamma Seal, let's throw Gamma Seal in there. So this one's kind of like an easy call for the wish list. I would like to see Gamma Seal in there. Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess. So I hope it misses. I hope it's not on there. But the fact that they're reprinting all these, you got Barone and then you got Savage, I could see them kind of throwing in Appaloosa in there, especially if it's the alternate art. I could see them even putting like both versions in there to kind of be like, you get this version in the new rarity and that version in the new rarity. So Appaloosa is a card that I could see putting at the number 3 spot that I could see on there. All right. And then, so number 2, this right here is a stretch. These last 2 entries are going to be a stretch. And this one is Triple Tactics Thrust. This card is just been kind of going everywhere, and it kind of has been solidifying up. We got it right here for 75. It's going in like $75 range. It was at 70 like about a few weeks ago. It shot up to 80, and now it's kind of coming back down a little bit. But like to be honest, I can see this staying. This card is so useful. It has so many there's so many decks that could utilize not only the adding to the hand, but the fact that it also sets too. There's a lot of decks that can kind of utilize that to their advantage. It can help you play through hand traps, like if you want to play into the next turn. So Triple Tactics Thrust would be a stretch, but it would be a crazy card to kind of put in there to kind of be like, hey guys, like this rarity collection is crazy. Boom, we just made it crazier. Boom, making like the hottest set we've released in years. And then the last card that would be crazy if they put on there, which I think this one would be more likely than they would have put Triple Tactics Thrust. That's kind of why I have it at the number 1 spot. But at number 1 would be Chaos Angel. Chaos Angel being in this rarity collection would be crazy. Like I said, this is a wish list. This is not a definite list. This is not my prediction list. This is a wish list. This is kind of like stuff that I really wish are on there. That's also why I went kind of like with the first one with Ultimate Slayer, kind of like, yeah, they could put in other spots, but I would like to see it in rarity collection, because pretty much because I want to see that art in all those rarities. But Chaos Angel is really broken. There's not a lot of there's not a lot of decks. Like I was saying, a lot of decks that could go into it. There are a lot of decks that could like go into it, but not every single deck kind of just uses this card to perfection. But the ones that do, similar to Dragoons, it is heavy hitting. It is so hard to deal with, so hard to get over. It is so easy to get out for those decks, and I could just see them just kind of sneaking Chaos Angel in there, kind of just like, oh look at that, our hand slid, bam, we just threw Chaos Angel in there. So like I said, this is just a wish list. This is not a prediction list by any means. If you guys have some ideas on cards you're gonna leave in here, leave them in the comments down below. When it gets closer to the release date and we get some more info, I will be releasing another video, kind of more of my like solidified kind of like cards that I want. And there's some of these cards might make it to the next list, or maybe might change completely. We'll see. Alright guys, peace out, and I'll catch you in the next one.